Hi, Ken Calverley here from the Inside Outside, guys. We're on a job site with Michigan Solar Solutions. We have Debbie Vercnocke here, who's the project manager, and we have Karl Hercula, who's the install manager. I want to get a little information about him because if you haven't checked out solar yet for your house, or let's say you checked it out 10 years ago, you definitely want to check it out again. Debbie, why? I mean, if someone got a bid 10 years ago, why is it so important that they get another one today?
The price has dropped dramatically. When I started with the company about 8 years ago, we were probably about $8.50 a watt. Now we're probably more down in the $2 to $3 range per watt, depending on the install, whether it's commercial or residential. It fluctuates.
It's a huge savings.
Huge savings.
So as the technology gets out there, the price and the competition gets out there, the price is going to come down.
The prices on the products has come down tremendously. The efficiency has gone up tremendously. We're able to look at each panel is able to operate independently, where in the past you had maybe 10 panels operating on a string, and if one panel was in the shade, it affected all 10 panels. Now, if one panel's in the shade, it only affects that one panel. So there's been tremendous changes in the industry in the last 10 years.
Excellent. Now, Karl, we were just up there. People are going to see that video. But one thing you kept stressing while we were up there is safety, safety, safety. You actually put us, for OSHA, my OSHA, you put a person up there just looking for safety.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And is that usually you that does that?
It just depends on who's with us with the crew that day. They need to be OSHA certified, have their certificate, and otherwise we'll have to be harnessed up, and everybody will, have a lanyard that comes down so they don't fall off.
So there's a certificate needed just for the safety aspect of the job.
Correct.
And for a homeowner, how huge is that? Because you've heard Chuck and I say all the time, if you bring someone on your property, you want to make sure they're properly insured or you're liable. This is just another layer of protection to make sure that you protect the homeowner as well. Now, Debbie, what about tax credits with this product?
Right now there's a 30% federal tax credit. It's not a rebate, it's a tax credit that can be used against whatever you owe the federal government. So if you owe them 10 grand and you get a $5,000 federal tax credit, you can put that $5,000 towards the $10,000 that you owe the government. And then the following year you can use up the remaining $5,000. That's, if you have anything, let's say if you have a $5,000 tax due and you have maybe $8,000 from the 30% federal tax credit, you can use some of it this year and some of it the balance next year.
And so we all know as this continues to get popular, I mean, California's just mandated that any new home built, any new structure built has to have solar panels. I don't know if we're ever going to have that in Michigan.
You never know.
You never know.
Hopefully for us.
Yeah, you'd like that. I mean, it's actually a booming business, obviously.
It is.
Now, can you just say, this is a net metering project, correct?
This is a net metering project, yes. Everything will be, what happens with net metering, and what we try to do is if the customer wants to eliminate their utility bill, then we look at what they average per month over a 12-month period of time. And that's the largest system that the utility company will allow us to put on the roof. So as long as they have enough space on their roof, or we can do it also a ground mount someplace in their yard, we can design a system that will create enough energy through the 12 months that, like in the summertime, it will overproduce, and that will push energy back onto the grid that your neighbors will end up using, but you get the credit. Everything you push through the meter gets credited. So then in the wintertime, when the production is lower, we can pull from that credit. So we're not producing as much, but we're using all those credits we made over the summertime, and that is how the bill is eliminated throughout the course of the year.
It takes about 10 years normally, right?
The payback on it can be somewhere between 7 and 10. Just it depends on where you're located and if there's any special things that maybe your municipality might offer, different things that are happening. But right now, today, where we stand, for the most part, you probably, I would say 10 years is a safe number.
Okay.
But we've got to the point now where basically we can substitute, instead of you paying DTE, that monthly fee, you basically pay whether it's a bank loan or whatever, and it could basically be about the same month. So in 10 years, if you don't do this, you're still going to be paying that electrical bill, where if you do the solar in 10 years, that payment is now gone.
And you mentioned payments, financing.
There's financing available. We do have some options for financing. There's Michigan Saves that we work with. So we work with a lot of different people. A few years ago, it was almost impossible to get financed. Now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
So instead of the homeowner writing a check out for the utility bills to DTE or consumers, let's say they get the loan through Michigan Saves, they'll do that until it's paid off.
Correct.
And then
It's power for the next 30 to 35 years, free power, because most of the panels that we use are warranted for 25 years.
Wow.
We use Solar World. They say that their panels will last twice that warranty, 50 years. Average system lasts about 35 years. There's no maintenance involved. The Mother Nature basically takes care of keeping the panels
That
clean.
makes sense. Yeah.
So there's really nothing to go wrong. You can start out small. You can, if you want to start with a smaller system because you don't want to spend so much money, you can start with a small system and you can add on. So we can design it in a way that it easily can be added on to in the future.
Wow, that's really interesting. I'm a homeowner. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Now, Karl, you spent your career for the most part in the roofing industry, correct?
Correct.
So we know that because solar's so new, there's not a lot of people out there that have experience in solar, but you've taken a lot of certifications,
Right.
correct? And being up on that roof, you got to make sure you're careful wherever you walk. How has your career in the roofing industry helped you out here?
I've done roofing for about 15 years prior to the solar, and been with Michigan Solar Solutions for about 6 years now. It's helped dramatically because prior to any of this, we had electricians up on the roof doing roofing work,
Right.
and not that there was anything wrong with it, but
Well, I gotta imagine in the roofing, you've been on every slope and angle there is,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So that's why this really helps you. This is obviously a very easily sloped roof.
right.
Plus,
But I'm sure-
he's been able to tell customers when their roof is bad, and we won't put an array on a roof until it's fixed and ready to go.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that they have bad roofs.
Right.
You want your roof to
So you
last.
want because this is
as
going to
long
last
as
a
the
long
panels.
time.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
don't want to put panels on a roof that need to be replaced in 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make any sense. Okay,
No.
so my last question for the two of you. How exciting is this business?
Oh my gosh. We're very exciting. We're like a bunch of solar geeks.
bet it
We
is.
love to talk. I mean, the people that are in the industry, it's kind of a unique industry because everybody really is kind of the same. They all have that same energy, and we love to
Passion.
talk about it. It's just really fun. We drive our families crazy with it.
I bet. Same?
Yeah, I have them on my house, and it's constant, conversation at the dinner table with my family. And,
Really? Well, let's be honest about it. When it first came out, it was forced on us, by the government, it seemed like. And there was a lot of people that wasn't sure about it, whether it was really the right way to go.
Right.
But it has more than not only stood the test of time, but proven that it is a viable alternative.
Very much so. Very much so. It's something that myself as a builder, I feel every day when I wake up in the morning, I'm happy to come to my job. I know I'm selling a product that is great, that there's nothing wrong with it. There's no, snake oil salesman kind of thing.
Right.
It's a great product. It's going to last, and we are delivering what we are promising our customers.
Well, I
So-
gotta tell you, even your guys on the roof, I can really see the passion in everybody here and how much you enjoy it. So listen, you want to call Michigan Solar Solutions and eventually, right, get rid of your energy bills.
Yeah.
They can take care of you like no one else can. Michigan Solar Solutions guys, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
For taking the time with us. The Inside
Yeah.
Outside guys are excited about this product and excited about Michigan Solar Solutions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks.